Okay, the year just started and already we're coming up with a bunch of BS from this entire thing. I'm gonna make this video quick because, like, the year just started and I don't got time for this dude. Like, so I'm just gonna point out all the stuff that this guy's done and, like, all the dumb stuff in his messages. So, for a little recap, for people that don't know, the pizza guy 6969 person is basically sheepish. And let's just say he did some interesting things that still don't sit right with me. And now, 5 months later, he's thinking that we're all buddy-buddy with him. So, I'm gonna just say this stuff right now. So, first off, to start things off, this guy was, like, chill when we first met him. Like, chilling stuff and all that, this and that. Until, like, basically the Arrowverse era came by, and then, like, because, like, the BE community, this guy obviously didn't like the community because of the stuff that was going on. Now, I couldn't blame him for that, and that was basically fair and reasonable crash outs. But, like, moment Arrowverse came, basically, he was complaining about that too. And I was not finna listen and hear all that crap, but yeah. Basically, a certain day, when that took place on, like, one of Logo's streams, basically this guy and his friend were saying, oh yeah, ban him, like, basically talking to Zach to ban him because Logo accidentally banned someone from her live stream for him. So, she did unban the other person, but, like, they kept saying, oh yeah, you want to ban another one, and something like that, and I got pretty annoyed of it. I was having a headache, so I left the stream after it ended, because, like, I'm not gonna lie, they were being, like, pretty annoying, like, saying that, like, over and over again. On top of that, Pibbler, the other guy that Sheepish was friends with, basically came on one of my, YTF podcast streams and did, basically something interesting that I'm just gonna, like, show text on screen about what he was actually doing. If you can just read that, you might have to pause to read it anyways. But, like, yeah, he basically his friend did that on one of my streams. A person that I won't mention the name of also knows what this website is, but I'm not gonna mention their name specifically for, like, private reasons, because I don't want them to get involved in the situation. But, like, his friend was basically on that site, basically, during one of my streams. I got uncomfortable with it, and I left the stream after the thing ended. And that was basically it. Now back to, like, one of the other things, basically. Back to the situation with Zach from before. Keep in mind, this all happened 5 months ago. So yeah, do not worry about it right now. Just keep in mind, this happened 5 months ago. Well, 6 months, basically, because we're in January now. But, like, yeah, you get what I mean. Zachary made a post about it, basically, because he was, like, upset and stuff. And then it was alerted to us on Discord, because, like, a few of us were, like, basically upset that this happened. Logo was, like, the main person that went and told, Sheepish this stuff that also happened, and, like, obviously, Sheepish didn't care, because he was being, like, satire and stuff. And, basically, he didn't take stuff, like, too nicely, I would say, in a way. He did also, like, one time, when I was on TikTok, he did call me and Spark snakes and stuff, and, like, called out the Arrowverse, saying that he hated it, even though he kept joining back in the server on Discord. So, there's also that. If I'm not mistaken, he also made I think after all this happened, I sent stuff in the Arrowverse server, and of course he was there, so obviously he was gonna say something. He basically stood by that, and obviously none of us were having it, so I think after, like, a little bit of arguing, he got banned from server. He had his ult in the server, though, so his ult joined VC. Unfortunately, I don't have a recording of his ult joining in the server and stuff, so that's the thing. We were talking a bit, me and a few other people. One of my homies, which I also don't want to mention the name of, left VC. And before that happened, he started talking on his ult, basically speaking fast to, like, defend himself or whatever for stuff, and, like, obviously that wasn't defending him at all. So, yeah. So that wasn't defending any of his cases. As soon as my homie left, I was also screen recording at the time. He basically, me and her were like basically texting, yeah, the person's a her. He did fat shame her, like twice actually. And I obviously called him out on it in VC. And then like, he still kept talking and talking, and eventually he left VC. Actually, no, I banned him, basically. Cause I wasn't finna hear him. I basically disconnected him and then I banned him. Cause like, obviously none of us are trying to hear that. Cause not to mention he kept talking over me, so yeah. That's basically also another thing he did. He basically was like blocked on TikTok and Discord after that happened. So now I don't talk to him anymore. But like, after a while, like because he also like exposed logo from stuff, like I think on his channel, he made a live stream that was called Manipulation because of something that happened in a live stream. I'm not gonna dive into too much that happened, but basically, he exposed logo for like a few things. One of them was like a personal thing, and like, she didn't want that to be exposed apparently, but he exposed it. Another thing was like something else that I don't want to mention, but like, it involved her and someone else. But that's basically all I can say for that information. She also did something else, but also, again, I'm not mentioning another individual for sake of their stuff and for their safety. But, like, they were also a part of it in another situation, and it involved a kid. But that's all I'm going to basically say for that. Basically, after some other stuff happened before all this went down, he did let his friend Pibbler into the server. Though Pibbler broke 4 rules and I instantly banned him for it. And then on top of that, a few days later, his friends joined in, 2 of them, and they started basically clowning people for no reason, so we just ignored them. As soon as he mentioned Pibbler, though, I immediately knew what they were in the server for, so I just banned them both from server. And then some other random guy came in with like the weirdest goddamn username that I don't want to mention. But I'll just show it to y'all like right here. That's basically it. But he basically was like agreeing with the guy. I'm gonna say this, because I also was talking this with my brother before. I agree with like both sides. Like for example, like one side where, yeah, personal stuff shouldn't be on the internet. And that makes sense. Like weird personal stuff that doesn't involve anybody else, that shouldn't be on the internet. But exposing somebody for their personal stuff that like doesn't involve you, that's also another thing. Because not only does it make you look stupid as hell, but also just makes you look like a dumbass and makes you a goddamn retard just for like doing that. Because like obviously it's their stuff that belongs to them. And she even made a post. She made a post basically talking about that personal thing because like she wanted to tell people who their dad truly is or something. Like because like their father got them something very interesting that I don't want to mention, and like he basically exposed her also for that. Like I don't know what the hell was going on when that happened, but like I'm not gonna dive deeper into that. So yeah. Now I'm gonna like reveal more of these screenshots because like some of these screenshots absolutely make no goddamn sense, and yeah, we're gonna also dive deeper into like the first screenshot. So yeah, I'm gonna just like point out all the crap that he's saying in there, cause like on top of that, basically after all this happened, he basically posted a post harassing me, saying that, oh yeah, instead of mentioning me, don't hire or something like that. Obviously, I didn't mention him in any posts. Yeah, he mentioned me for no reason. And then he mentioned me in a short involving Logo and me, apparently. Now, I was planning something, basically, with me and my friends. I'm not gonna say what, though, but I had something. So, I literally had something right in my phone that I have. All I'm gonna say is I have something. I had basically something planned. But that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna go into specific details and stuff, but that's all I'm gonna say. But anyways, fast forward 5 months later, New Year's Eve hits. That was the day the Arrowverse died because apparently it was a dictatorship thing. That's what the community was. People were basically upset over the community, which the community part makes sense, but they were also upset over the rules. I just want to put this out that, like, y'all are supposed to realize that, like, if people use their goddamn brains and stuff and actually listen to the rules and read them, then, like, we wouldn't have to add, like, over 50 goddamn rules. Like, I'm gonna tell you this right now. The amount of rules that people have broken in here. Literally, there was, like, 55 rules. Actually, no, 56. Which was, like, an absurd number of rules. Like, I don't know how the hell y'all fumble it this bad. Like, what the actual hell? They're mainly coming in with, like, the dumb rules in, like, the rules list as well. But, like, yeah, that's basically it. Also, the user that I also mentioned with, like, the weird username, he basically said this towards me. And, of course, because when, like, an argument was happening, this is when I brought one of my other friends into this mix, aka one of her older brothers. Now, of course, like I said before, for the others, I'm not mentioning their name because I care about their safety. And I care about their life, so I'm not mentioning them. But, like, they joined the server, they saw what was happening. The moment the guy sent that, they took a screenshot, and so did I. And, like, on top of that, after that was clipped, they basically sent, weird art of a furry. I'm assuming y'all can figure the words out. 4 letters, by the way. And they got banned from server for it immediately. There was also another person that joined in, and they also, like, spammed the everyone pinging logo server. But that's all there was to it. I'm gonna be, like, so for real. 2025 was not a good year. So, yeah. And then, as soon as New Year's Eve hit, because I know why Sheepish came back. He came back because the Arrowverse was dying. So now I'm going to decode everything that he said on this other person's stream. Hold on, let me get y'all updated real quick. So, like, the first thing he said was, I just want a peace, I don't want no beef. Regardless, even if you did say that you had, like, 5 months to say something about it, you're sick of your old self, but then, why would you do it in the first place? Keep in mind, this guy, like, left everyone behind because he got, like, 1,000 followers on TikTok. He did delete, his Sheepish account, though. So, yeah, that's the thing that he did end up doing. He did end up deleting his other account. But other than that, that was basically it. And now here we are at the next image, where Logo questions about what the hell he's talking about. He's saying he wants to reform and change. Keep in mind, I don't believe anything this guy is saying, like, one bit, because, like, all he's just spouting out is lies on top of lies. And he hated his own self, but yet again, why would you do it in the first place? Like, you saw how it was, like, so simple that he'll to, like, say something, but yet you waited 5 months just to, like, say something towards us. See how simple that was? Truly very simple. You could have said something then. And now, here's where stuff gets interesting, because, like, after, Logo saw this, she even mentioned about what he did. So, yeah, this is the part where stuff got interesting. I just want to mention that, like, majority of these goddamn screenshots I'm pulling out, all he's talking about is his fame, his other stuff, like, his fame, him wanting to change and, like, other stuff. Keep in mind, this is the same guy that left the Arrowverse because of the community and also because he got like 1,000 followers on TikTok, saying he was getting more popular. So, like, yeah. Also, I want to mention that this guy's been, like, sending the link to, like, everybody, by the way, because, like, there was no other way that the people that joined server would have ever been able to get in the server if, like, the link wasn't sent out, which means it was either possibly Sheepibbler or it was most likely Sheepish that sent the link out. And I'm pretty sure it was most likely Sheepish because, like, about, like, 3 people came in the server. 2 of them were, like, protesting for Pibbler to come back in the server. And, like, one of them said that's stupidness and then sent stuff and then got banned immediately. So it was most likely Sheepish that was sending that link everywhere. It got so bad to a point, keep in mind, that I'd literally pause invites from the server. Cause like if I didn't pause the invites, more people were gonna start joining in the thing, just to either protest or get pissy and like try to prove that they're right and stuff. Like I was not finna have to deal with that crap. Now, in this image, I just want to point out, I find it funny as hell how you say, oh yeah, ignore Pibble, we aren't even close. Meanwhile, you literally said that this man was your friend, and literally added him to my 19th episode of my livestream series. And pretty ironic, you added him to the Arrowverse Discord server, not to mention that. So I find it pretty funny as hell that you decided to, like, mention that, when meanwhile, you did all that stuff together. And apparently Pink said you didn't even let him talk in one stream, so that's really surprising. Like, that's crazy. That's really all I have to say about this. I'm gonna just say for Pibbler is that his friend is weird. Like, in a huge goddamn way. Like, his friend is like, straight up weird. Like, who the hell joined the stream while they're on a certain website apparently doing something? Like, what the hell, man? Yeah, he deleted everything right after, because he said he was deleting everything, and he deleted his second channel, and he deleted every single proof that was on his main channel, which is the one that he was using. So, yeah, the manipulation stream's gone. He even admitted it in this photo right here. Everything's gone. Like, he deleted every single thing that was on his channel, where he was, like, relentlessly harassing me. On top of that, basically, exposing Shum's logo, everything. So, yeah, yeah, that was basically it. Keep in mind, like, before he, did all this crap, his channel used to be mainly about, him mashing up music together, and that's basically it. But, yeah. Now, I'm gonna show y'all the last screenshot, and that's gonna be it. And then, this is the last image. Basically, for more context for this image specifically, he then proceeded to say, oh yeah, he has respect for me. I don't care if he has respect for me or not. I don't have respect for this dude at all. Because, like, after all that, like I said, bro had 5 months to say something. And yet he waited till, like, the end of the year just to finally say something. Like, he did say I stood up against bad actors. That's like the only thing, the only compliment I'll ever take from him. That's only it. Like I said, I'm not accepting his apology. A bunch of other people, literally everyone didn't accept his apology. Like everyone did not accept his apology. One person thought about it, but then they changed their minds. But yeah, everyone is basically not accepting this dude. Cause, yeah, they all know the stuff that he's did, and that's basically it. So, yeah, nice try, man. So, not every single thing in this entire goddamn video has been talked about. The thing is, the verdict. The only thing I have to say about this is that, like, this guy is a phony. Like, respectfully, gonna be completely honest, he's done things like 5 months ago, actually, no, 6, actually. Only to just, like, come back New Year's Eve just to say, oh yeah, I've changed. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro, but now nobody's forgiving you. The truth was already told, and literally everybody said that they're not forgiving you. Like, I'm sorry, but everybody said that they're not forgiving you. But I just want to say this: do not harass the people mentioned in this video. That's all I'm gonna say. Cause like, not only would it make it seem bad for them, but it'd also be bad on your own self too. Cause then you would be part of the problem. But yeah. Like I said, this entire video was just to point out the stuff that he was saying, to like point out everything that's happened, or like what he and his stupid ass friends did or something. But like, other than that, that's all I'm gonna basically say. If y'all enjoyed this video, like and subscribe or whatever. And yeah, this is Ethan Block 7 signing out. Yeah, peace.